Hey YouTube, this is Cosmic Soup, and I wanted to stop in and make a quick update because it's been a couple of weeks and I have a few things to share. My last video was, I think, on June 19th. I was starting my pre-op diet, and I re-watched most of it this morning, and I don't know if I ever even mentioned my surgery date in that video, but my surgery date was July the 3rd. So now I am officially 1 week past my surgery date, and so I need to kind of get you up to speed, I guess. On my last video on 6/19, I was weighing 292, and my highest recorded weight ever is 350. That was back in 2012, the end of 2012. I went to my surgery consult on February 2nd, 2017, and I weighed in at 311 pounds in February. So starting my 2-week diet, I was weighing 292 on the 19th. Week 1, let me tell you about week 1. The first day was pretty hard. I found myself hungry most of the day. My pre-op diet consisted of 12 days of 2 to 3 ounces protein drinks. I'm sorry, not 2 to 3 ounces. My pre-op diet consisted of 2 to 3 protein drinks and 1 meal that consisted of lean protein and vegetables. And then we could have as much sugar-free popsicles or jello, sugar-free jello, and broth as we wanted. I pretty much stayed away most of the time from eating in between meals. I had my protein drinks for my breakfast and my lunch, and then my meal at night. So the first day was pretty rough. Second day, seemed to be okay. I was like, oh, this is getting better. Third day was another day that I stayed hungry the whole day, and I just couldn't wait until that evening till I can actually eat a meal. So and then of course once the evening came, I was ecstatic and everything seemed great. And that's how the rest of the week went. I powered through the afternoon and morning and afternoon, knowing that, you know, I had a meal at night that I could eat, and that seemed to get my mind straight a little bit. So the first week, Monday before last was the end of my first week, and I actually weighed in at 282.4. So that was 9.6 pound weight loss for week 1. Week 2 was kind of crazy, not in the sense that I was hungry all the time, but in the sense that my weight went up on that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then it seemed like the next couple days I would lose a little bit, until the final 2 days of the 14 days was all liquid. So on that Saturday and Sunday, I ended up losing a couple more pounds. So at the end of the second week, I lost, for the whole week too, I guess you could say, I lost 3.4 pounds. So I ended up starting the 2 week at 292, and I ended up at day of surgery at 279. So that was pretty much a 13-pound weight loss for the 2 weeks. So the day of surgery, that was June 3rd. Oh no, that was July 3rd. And I have to say I was really nervous about it. I've never been under anesthesia, so even though everybody was like, oh, you'll be okay, you'll be fine, and I pretty much figured I would, but I was still really nervous about it. And you think about all the things that could go wrong and the risk you're taking, and even though I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, I'm sorry, I'm watching like these I see 4 blue jays flying around, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, surgery. I went in. I had to be at the hospital by 6. My surgery was at 9:30. The worst thing I think about before the surgery was the IV. They had a really hard time finding my vein, which is not normal, but it happened, and I still have. Actually, it looks a lot better, but so they had to stick me 5 times trying to get the IV in, and that was fun. But once that was over, that was the worst. They wheeled me to the back when it was time to go to the operating room, and they told me they were going to start the IV drip, and they did. And honestly, there was no count backwards, or I don't remember anything else. IV started, and the next thing I remember, I was in recovery. I woke up. They let me know I was in recovery, and I was really groggy, in and out of it, probably for a good 30 minutes. Like, I'd kind of wake up, and the guy would say something to me, and then I'd nod my head, and then kind of laid my head, close my eyes, and I was kind of in and out of it. I just felt really groggy. At that time, I don't remember experiencing any sensation immediately. But by the time they got me to my room, I was pretty nauseated. But I wasn't gagging, or I never vomited. I was just very nauseated. I don't know how standard this is, but I know usually they give you something for nausea ahead of time, but my doctor did give me a patch that I had to put on the night before my surgery, a little patch behind my ear. So I did do that, and also I couldn't have anything to eat or drink after midnight the night before surgery. So I did have a patch on, and they ended up giving me some more medication for nausea, and that definitely helped. So really, on day 1, I wouldn't say I was in pain at all. I would say there was some pressure in my abdomen. It felt like I had done like a million sit-ups. My abs, my muscles felt really sore. A lot of people say it felt like they got kicked in the stomach. I guess that's how it was, but it was really just really sore, but not painful. I did experience some gas pain, but it was really not that bad. I felt it in my left rib, on into my shoulder, but it was very short. Like, it would come and it would go. It didn't stay with me, and I'm very grateful for that, because I've heard that a lot of people have problems with that. And that stayed with me for several days, but it was not really that bad. And I did use gas. I brought gas strips with me. I can't really say whether it helped or not. I obviously don't think it was, it didn't hurt me in any way, and maybe it did help. So, really that was it as far as uncomfortableness for me. It was some soreness, and a little bit nausea on day 1, and I had some nausea on day 2 also, and a little bit of in my chest, a little bit of gas pain, but it really wasn't that bad. One thing that happened after I got discharged on day 2, came home, and I was kind of expecting maybe a small gain. And the first thing I did on Tuesday, the 4th, when I got home, I probably got home around 2, and I got on a scale, and I gained 9 pounds. So when I left the day before, I was at 279, and when I got back, I was 289. So that was that was one day. That was kind of crazy, and so I didn't freak out, but I was like, man, that's a lot of fluid. Was I dehydrated before? I went in, maybe so. So yeah, so when I came back on Tuesday, I was 289 pounds. How did week 1 post-op go? I think I might do a separate video on that.